Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Here's a quick review as to what our instructions were for today's exit ticket in math. Notice I can compose and decompose fractions. You're going to use the fraction strips of each segment of the whole to complete the equation on each one of your questions. To answer the question, you will type the answer of the missing fraction in the box. You're going to put it where the question marks are. Think like you would for part, total, and addition. That's what's happening with this problem. So look at our slide. You notice our first problem is about tenths. So I have a fraction strip here, and each unit is labeled as 1/10. Notice my math statement. The whole fraction strip is the same as 10/10. I'm going to segment this, and I'm going to look at 6/10 and some other tenths. So over here, I have to name my fraction. To do that, I can click on the question mark, right? When that question mark is highlighted, I can type in that my units are tenths. Now I have to figure out what's going to be my number of pieces. That is my numerator. So to figure out what goes up here, I can look at this and see, well, right now I'm using up 6/10, right? So 6/10 is already here in my equation. So what's left? That's the other part that would be outside of it. You could also use your tools up here at the top. Maybe you can turn on your tools to help you with that. At the top, you can click your shape tool. So by going and getting a shape, I can then drag and block off the 6/10. So now I'm only looking at what's left over. And now I can count up. I have 1/10, 1/10, 1/10, 1/10. That's the number I'm going to type in here, right? Now that I already have that done, I can move down to my 6th. Notice I have a new strip. It's showing me 6/6. Each one's labeled 1/6, 1/6, 1/6, so on and so forth. And I'm going to cover up or use up 2/6 to make this statement, right? So I'm doing part, total. I'm finding what part is there and what part is already used, right? So I have 2/6 in this equation. What's the other part? I need to make sure that I put in my units, 6th, and then I can figure out what's left. Do the same thing on the last one by covering up some pieces. If that doesn't help you, then get out your fraction strips if you took them home. Use the fraction strips link. Try braining camp, get out the rods. Figure it out. Break it up into those unit sizes based on which fraction strip and math equation you see. And then take some parts and use those unit fractions to help you figure out what would make the other part of this total.